Commonwealth of Virginia and control of the House of Delegates up for grabs. Let's talk about it with the Republican leader in the House. It is Terry Kilgore up late with me tonight here on the Final Five. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Oh, great to see you, Jim. It's a great day today, and great to be the Republican leader. And we're looking forward to continuing what we've been doing in the last 4 years with Governor Youngkin leading the Commonwealth of Virginia, creating jobs, creating opportunities, getting kids back in school, and protecting parents' rights. We think that Governor Youngkin has done a great job. We've been helping them, been partners with them, and we're looking forward to taking that message all across the Commonwealth.
Yeah, that was something that really propelled not just the governor, but your fellow Republicans to victory 4 years ago.
Right.
So we should point out you recently returned as Republican leader in the chamber, and I'm curious, has anything changed in your perspective in the job leading Republicans from your first stint to this stint?
Well, it changed that, now we're in the minority in the House, and by one vote. If we pick up one vote, we're tied. If we pick up two votes, we regain the majority. And that's really what we're working with, and trying to make sure that we are taking our message all across Virginia. Governor Youngkin's going to be out there campaigning with us. We're going to be campaigning with the top of the ticket also. But, we're taking it street by street, district by district, just taking our message of making Virginia safe, making sure that the folks know that we're for reducing your taxes, not raising your taxes. Make sure that we're not going to force you to join a union if you don't want to. Those are just some of the messages that we're going to take to Virginians this year.
What do you think is when we look back in the history books, like what? Because Virginia, you go through a new governor every 4 years. What's going to be Governor Youngkin's legacy? What do you think that he's done better than any other governor in your memory?
Well, I think that Governor Youngkin, we're friends. He's just one of those genuine people. I think his legacy is going to be that he, reduced taxes. He created a better opportunity for Virginians, and more people are moving to Virginia than moving out. He made sure that trend stopped in Virginia. And I think that Governor Youngkin is going to go down in history as the one person that made sure that Virginia was open for business, and that we became #1 again. We got back to the #1 state to do business.
And that was according to CNBC, because we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Just so we know that came from a legitimate source too. So
right.
Are the issues, so again, as mentioned, 2021, the parental rights issue, especially up here in Loudoun County, that was front and center. That really helped Governor Youngkin and helped the Lieutenant Governor and helped the Attorney General when he was running for the seat there. Now you have the Lieutenant Governor at the top of the ticket. What does Winsome Sears bring, if I can ask your perspective, to the Commonwealth were she to be elected?
I mean, Winsome Sears, Lieutenant Governor Sears, she has such a great story. She's such a great leader. And what I'm telling and what we're telling our folks when we're out there campaigning is, if you want more of the same, if you want more of the Glenn Youngkin style of leadership in Virginia, you need to elect Winsome Sears, because she's going to bring that tenacity. She's going to bring that, the ability to bring folks together, to bring jobs to Virginia. And that's what we need here in the Commonwealth. If you want more of the same, then you're going to vote to elect Winsome Sears and John Reed and Jason Ramirez back at the top of the ticket.
When you look at just how thin the margins are, I mean, it's almost like we're seeing in Congress right now. I mean, you have both chambers, just a few seats separating party control out there. Do you think that that's sort of the new normal in places like Virginia, or couldn't we get to a point where either it's your party winning a pretty big majority down the road, or are we just that divided?
I think at this time it's a division. Folks are really in their own corners, backed in their own corners, and deciding what's best for their families, what's best for the Commonwealth. I think we're going to see this going back and forth for a while, but there's a possibility it could change. Look at Florida. 8 years ago, Florida was very competitive. It's not competitive anymore. It might be competitive if all these people from New York start moving there. So, that's my message to all you folks in New York: keep moving south. Don't stop in Virginia. Keep moving south.
The last thing I want to ask you just before we go, because I believe the last time we talked with you, you and other Republicans were very involved with an effort to encourage early voting driving, which was not necessarily a message coming from the national GOP. Do you feel that that message came across to Republicans in Virginia?
I think it did. I think that's one reason that Glenn was able to be, Governor Youngkin was able to be successful. I think whether we like the law or we don't like the law, that's the law right now. So we have to encourage folks to either early vote, go out and vote at your registrar's office or your certain precinct if that's already set up, or make sure you get on a permanent absentee list. Everyone should vote. We got election every year in Virginia. Folks don't realize that, but every year in Virginia we vote.
Leader Terry Kilgore here on the Final Five. Good to see you again, sir.
Hey, good to see you.
Final Five is back after this.